showtime.
OnlySlabs.
Hey there, comic book friends and fiends. It's Rob here in front of the Great Wall of Comics. I thought we'd have a talk about what you just saw. That was our boy Tyler. But he's special. Let's just leave it at that. It's going away. That was something. Too many people keep asking me what the hell's up with that. Just understand it's going away soon. We think. Chris, I mean, you understand. Even I'm getting tired of it. As inside joke it's just getting worn out.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Much like
we
him.
We actually need to talk about what we want to do.
I know.
After he gets stamped.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Greg, do you know what we're talking about?
All I know is I'm glad I'm on this show while I still have that intro. I'm watching past episodes. If I didn't get to experience that live and have it a part of my show, I would have been disappointed. So now you can do whatever you want.
There you go.
Way to salvage the cold intro here, man. Good for you.
Yeah, I mean, the man owes us a tramp stamp for comics curing cancer. That's the short bit of it. And yeah. Everybody who is here and suffered through that or managed to sneak in just after it, want to let you know that we appreciate you. In fact, it's time for Romper Room.
Romper bumper, stomper boo, tell me do. Magic mirror, tell me today, did all of my friends have fun at play?
Well, we know that Las Cruces is here, so hooray! Brian LCS says, going to have to catch the replay. Have a great OnlySlabs. I understand that I have to go watch the replay of yours because I had a meeting this morning. I had to be at. Hello from New Mexico, allegedly. John's Comics with Kids. Let's go. Someone for sure someone be sure to control Greg with Super Pro chat. He needs to take a shot every time he says Super Pro. Wow.
The chat would have a lot more fun if they did it.
Yeah. We need to finish the show.
The show goes on for 5 hours as everyone's passed out. It's welcome to St. Patty's Day. Hello from New York. It's slabbing time. At work again. Poor Durs. He's always checking in with us from work, which is nice. Marty Lechko, hello everyone from Canada. Happy Slabber Day. DJ Links, shout out everyone but Greg. He's the worst.
I get it.
I don't know. You can't be, because we know that Simple Simon from Australia is the worst.
Yeah, but to DJ and I have this feud. And so DJ's the worst. I'm the worst. It works.
Yeah, but Simple Simon was in a band called The Worst.
Oh,
I don't know.
Just saying. All right. Well, anyways, moving right along. Digger Jim, hello everyone. Let's see that Dick Tracy, Greg. I'm assuming he's talking about a comic book.
I'm glad he added that Tracy.
Yeah, right, exactly. Ryan Riley, how you doing? Larry Green Machine, hello. Oregon YM afternoon one. Hope you get better, man. It's just this poor guy. Every time he gets out, he's back in the hospital again. I feel so bad for you. But all the more reason to support comics curing cancer. Help our friends. Blue Hillians Comics. Hey, folks, I hear that today is going to be an epic Slabber Day. Is it going to be epic?
No pressure.
Yeah, no pressure.
No pressure.
Listen, you're going to see books you've never seen on this show before. I can't tell you if that's good or bad.
We've heard that several times, and it's never let us down, I suppose. Hello and happy Slabber Day. Woo, let's go. Absolutely. Let's see. Izzy's here. The Rat Pack has made it to the show. Excelsior. I thought they were all dead.
But
Frank, Dean, Gene,
Sammy,
they surely all
Sammy.
Are. The Brat Pack is
alive. No. Is Jerry Lewis still alive? No. Well, he wasn't really part of the Rat Pack, so never mind.
Right, him and Dean Martin broke up. Right?
Yeah, they were just yeah. Anyways, hello to Bearded Comic Bro. Stepford Wives Comics finally catching the show, not on replay. It's a good day. Thank you. Glad you could make it. Let's see here. Who else we got? Bearded stopping in to say hey everyone in the chat. Dead Man checking in from Australia. It's a good day, or not Australia, UK. Sorry, didn't mean to insult you. Happy Slabber Day, people. At least I didn't call them French. That would have been very. Also from the UK, there you go. Oh, hello from the sick bed. We're sorry to hear about that there.
Oh, sorry, Wayne.
Wayne Deacon. Let's see who else we got in here. Mad Spidey. Now Australia is here. Good morning, everyone. Which is really difficult because time change for us. Actually for all of our international guests outside of Canada, because they got dragged with us, kicking and screaming. But the rest of the world right now, who's trying to find the show because America has changed times and the rest of the world has not changed their clocks yet. I apologize on behalf of America, thinking that we're that freaking cool that we can just do our own thing. Well, you guys didn't exactly have a choice in it.
We're literally bigger than you. Like what do you mean?
Geographical space has nothing to do with anything. Did you guys, America? Look, Canada didn't choose to follow the U.S. government's decision to advance.
Were hand in hand together.
I'm sure they just said, "Well, what are we going to do? We're really going to have."
Some guy came up with some idea, and Canada thought, "Yeah, why not?" Because we're nice, and now I hate it.
Yeah. Tyler is so special. Yes, absolutely, he is. Reaper super slobber. Let's see this. Phil Alien, hello. Mr. Comics 89. Hey, reporting for Slabber Day. Dale of Suspense, good day. Everyone's dropping all the icons. I love it. 25 Perez through the mail. Hi, everyone. Adventurous Joe, thank God I missed Tyler's horrible dancing.
I'm sorry that you had to miss that. So
let's go back. Let's see that again.
30 seconds worth.
Hey, Dr. Von Hoot checking in from the UK. How you guys doing? Let's see here. Who else we got? Did I say hello to Chop and Drop? If not, Chop and Drop. How you doing? Steve, Steve, the voice White coming in from. Hello. Your shirt should be getting to you shortly. He won a merchandise.
Nice.
From one of the pools. Absolutely. Let's see. PSN Green Hulkster. What's up, everyone? Brother John Comics, brothers and sisters. 3 of my favorite guys on screen. Excellent.
Thank you, John.
Wellbore, Romper Room.
Hello, Wellbore.
Cali Comics. I just ran into Cali Comics up at Sacramento Con.
Oh, nice.
Let's see. Brian Wells. I purchased a lot of books off of Brian at Sacramento Comic Con. If you didn't see that video, go back and watch it after this show on my Thursday's video. My monster haul from Sacramento Comic Con. Fabulous haul. Brian hooked me up on a good portion of that haul. Also, he's our henchman of the month from last month.
Oh, that's right. Yes, yeah. I saw the wheel spin, and it just let everyone know how large this purchase was at Sacramento Comic Con. Rob doesn't tell you the amount of books; he tells you the weight of the books.
It was 7.5 pounds. 7.5 pounds of comic books.
And
they were all raw.
Trades in there. No trades, just straight. Right. Oh wow!
Yep, it was all raws. Yep.
Yeah.
Let's see who else we got in here. Shattered Glass Con. Look at that. The title's misspelled, or is this now OnlySlabys?
Oh, it does say OnlySlabys.
Does it really?
Yeah, up at the top of StreamYard it does.
Well, who knew?
It does too.
Oh well, that'll be changed in post production.
Yeah.
Thanks for catching that.
We'll change it in post.
Way to call it out, Tyler.
Look who's special now.
That's karma right there, spinning right back around. Good for you, Tyler.
Johnny Five Alive. Hello, everyone. Goodness gracious. What are you? The Immortal Biggie Shaq. Let's see who else we got in here. Drop it in. Ladies and gentlemen, John's Comics Kids drops in the first super chat of the day. Here's a super chat to Comics Curing Cancer in honor of my friend and Greg, one of the best members of our community. Well, thank you so much. We appreciate that. Of course, all these super chats go to Comics Curing Cancer, the American Cancer Society. Last year, we raised over $50,000. And this year, we got a lot of cool stuff on board. We'll be talking about some of it a little bit later on. Let's see who else we got in here. As I scroll through, I see the Cali is the worst. The worst because the hot dog thing. Yes, I like that. I think we're getting. Have we gotten everybody? I'm scrolling through these names here. Oh,
the king of all.
Oh, hello there. Hello there. Indeed, another super chat. Cancer does suck. This one's for you, Marty. Hector Ortiz, hello everybody. Thank you for joining us today. And a second, Phil, Joffrey Castro, hello gentlemen. Happy Saturday. There we go. Couching, slouching, and Seabizzle's in the house. We can now officially begin. I think I keep saying I think that's everyone, but then I see somebody like, "Where'd you get that? How you doing? Thanks for joining us here." And then here we go. Look at this. Hello there. Slabs make me warm and fuzzy, but cancer does not. That is very true. This one is, Dr. Von Hoot is a toy guy. This one's for you.
I bet she gives great helmet.
Kiss me.
No, no, yes,
Lord Helmet, what? You're needed on the bridge, sir. Knock on my door. Knock next time.
Indubitably. Triple G, hello. Thank you for joining us there. We have the entire UK battalion is here now.
UK is representing, so
indeed. Let's see here. They got the message on the time change. I'm scrolling through here. I'm trying to make sure we didn't miss anybody as we're getting close to the end here. Yes, it was a fat stack I picked up from Brian. Indeed. Flash Ray Videos. Hello. Haven't been into a con in a while. Everyone, I plan on going. It hasn't worked out for me lately. Well, hopefully we'll get you. We'll see you out there. Taylor Winders dropping in. Slabio Patty. That's right. Did we bring any green comics today? That'll be the question. This episode we should call Only Super Pro. No, we'll do some other. I mean, he's more than a one-trick pony.
Listen, all right, you're gonna get some. People know it, but I gotta extend outside of it.
Hey, maybe you'll be really lucky. There are 2 Super Pro books in the giveaway box. Maybe you'll pull a super. If somebody could get as lucky to have you pull the Super Pro out of the box to give to them, that would be like the great.
Man, if that happens, I'll also send that person a Super Pro comic from my collection.
Well, there you go.
We'll double the Super Pro love.
All right. Fox Cancer. Love you guys. Keep up the great job. Thank you so much. Couchin and Slouchin. I'm mixing it all. It doesn't matter. Either way, thank you, Seabizzle. We appreciate you, sir. This one's for you.
I'm very conflicted about how I'm supposed to feel watching this.
Now he's got to go watch Spaceballs.
After
this,
one.
Right, of course. Thank you so much, Deadman. All the royalties I can afford at the moment. You know what? We appreciate every little bit, and we thank you so much because it does all go to the American Cancer Society, which, even though it's an American Cancer Society, if they figure something out, guess what? The world wins.
It's true.
That's the first time I ever asked for anything I really wanted.
Thank you so much. Meatwad number 1. Well, cheers, brother. Charmaine Deacon checking in. Oh my, you guys are being so generous. Thank you so much. Papa Wheelie checking in. OnlySlabs is better than OnlyFans. That could be. Yeah, here you go, sir.
That's not what it looks like.
What does it look like?
Yeah, what does it look like? I don't know, but it's something special. That's we oh, hey, and everybody, Tessa is a nerd is here. Oh my god, Bearded Comic Bro. Thank you, Tessa, for joining us today. Colossus Collector, what's up, OnlySlab fam? And I think that is at the end of the chat. We should have said hello to everybody. I hope. If not, I deeply apologize. Oh, well, there we go. Cliff on Comics, who's going to be an upcoming guest on the show. You'll want to check that out. And Circumstances checking in. Thank you guys all so much for coming on by. Thank you guys. You guys burned through all the super chat clips. So if there's any more super chats come in, we will have to repeat. But that's a good problem to have.
Yes.
All right, Greg, welcome to the show. We had a really long intro, but that is okay. Let us know, give us the cliff notes on the bearded origin story. Was it a radioactive spider exposure to gamma radiation? Were you born on another planet that exploded and your parents sent you here? What's the dealio?
Yeah, well, first and foremost, I just want to thank you all for what you guys do with Comics Curing Cancer. So it affects so many of us, and I lost my dad to cancer a couple of years ago. So what you all are doing is a huge thing, and it does not go unnoticed or unappreciated. So thank you, and thank you to all of you in the chat.
Absolutely, that's the real one. All the people in the community who actually do the work of giving.
Yeah, absolutely. So Cliff Note version of who I am. I've been a collector. Not really for the last 4 years. I grew up loving comic books as a kid, and I feel like a lot of people, I got out of collecting comics. And then about 6 years ago, a comic book store opened up in my town. And they said, I told my wife, I'm going to go check out a comic store. I haven't been in a long time. And what turned into having one short box has now turned into
a lot,
thousands of comics. I'm probably at like 20 long boxes in my basement now, and so it's actually more than that, but it's a lot. So and so I got into collecting, and then but nobody wanted to. All my friends cared about comic books, so I didn't tell people about comic books very often. And I was out. My wife, we were at dinner, and she was like, "Hey, I started a fake account on Instagram, just like posting like random stuff of like artsy things." I was like, "Well, I want to do that. Like, how would I do that?" And she's like, "I don't know, post about your comic books." And lo and behold, I did. I went on, made a fake account back in fall of 2019, called it Bearded Comic Nerd. And then I went to go make it on, I think, Twitter, and I was one letter too long, so I made it Bearded Comic Bro. And the rest is history. I made my first video in 2020, and here we are. So,
well, it's not really fake, is it? Is it really a fake account if it's you doing it?
No, but like it was one of those, like, she was like, "I don't
it's
want
not like my name."
Yeah, and people like are like friends and family didn't know about this. Like, so my friends and family didn't know I had a comic book YouTube channel / account for probably 2 years.
Well,
I just was like,
so
I
they're
just kept
aware
the
now.
world separate. So
yeah,
it really was a
I
secret
get that.
identity.
Most of my family's over on Facebook, and I don't do as much. I don't put
Right.
much over there. Although my parents have learned over time. Every once in a while, Mom watches one. Hi, Mom. All right, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Collecting books. You got some slabs. Let's bust them out. Let's go through a couple and learn about you, what you're collecting, what you're into. I mean, obviously, everybody knows the Super Pro, but there's more to Greg than Super Pro.
Not too much, but yeah.
Okay, well, that's fair. Fair enough then. Guys, you thought that all Spider-Man was a fun episode. Wait till you get to all Super Pro.
Super Pro is
at
not the
Super
most
Bowl chat.
featured comic book character in this slab collection. So if that's what you're hoping for, I'm sorry to disappoint you. But
get over
so
it.
I figured how I'd start out my first slab. This is the first slab I ever got, and it's the first slab that I ever sent in to see. Like, so it was one I sent in of a personal book. And it is the series that got me back into comics. It's Batman Volume 3, number 1, Tom King, David Finch on the art. I was at a con. I got David Finch to remark, do a little bat symbol and sign it. And they're like, do you want to send it in to CGC? And I was like, what does that mean? I was like, I'm telling you, I was new. I had no idea. This was 2019. So before I even did the, so this was actually, I probably was at a con in 2018. So, yeah, because it says it was done in 2019. I had no idea what it was. So I'm standing there. I have like a CGC witness who's like, have to go. And then I didn't get the book for like 7 months. I was like, what is going on? I was
long lead times back then.
Lose it. And all I knew was 9.8 was good. So when I got it back, I was like, man, that's cool. So my first ever slab was a Batman book, and it's a series Tom King's run that got me back into comics, and to have it signed with a sketch and a 9.8, like it's all downhill from here for me collecting slabs. So
did they notate on that one? Is that the first print or the second print? I didn't.
It was they didn't notate, but it's a first print.
Okay.
So
yeah, I got back into Batman actually with the New 52.
Okay.
And then this run, of course, obviously took off. I really enjoyed it initially. I know some people were kind of hit and miss on the Tom King stuff. And I think it just towards the end it just got kind of long.
Yeah.
But
so when that shop opened up that I talked about, it was after Batman 50. So it was after the wedding. So I wasn't in on all the hype of will they, won't they get married. I came in at
that's where it went downhill. I
came in at issue 54 and then I went backwards and I was okay with it. So
fair enough. Yeah.
There was no
awesome.
harm. So let's stick with the Batman train. I want to make sure they get their love and respect. So I've got a couple AOKs that have been sent to me that are really cool in my collection now. The first one was in the chat, so hopefully he's still around. But this is Batman 357. It's the first. This was an AOK. Brother John knew I was hunting for this book for a long time. Got it at Heroes Con. Saw it and was like, I've got to get this to Bearded. And that was weird to say to my name like that, but he had to send it to me. And so like it was one of the, I've gotten a couple AOKs, but I'm always like just flabbergasted when people are like, hey, I want to send a book to you with my hard-earned money. Cause this is not like a cheap book either. Cause it's a 9. Yeah, I know it's a 9.2 but it's a first appearance. And it just is a really cool book to have. Like, so these are ones that like, I don't even care if I get a 9.8, I'm going to have them in my collection because they mean something special to me.
Yeah. And I covered up as you were just saying what the key was we had a little clip that plopped. So we'll go tell people again what that key is.
Oh, it is the first appearance of Killer Croc.
There you go.
So it's a first full appearance. Sorry.
Yeah. That whole arguable, which is there's a couple first appearances of Killer Croc.
And then like the first appearance is the exact there, brother John. Thank you for this. This is special in my collection. So it is. There's the first appearance is the exact same panel as the full appearance. It's Croc in a trench coat with like barely seeing his face, and I don't get it why the Detective Comics isn't the first, but that's what we got.
Yeah. And of course, this one, if you're looking for this book, you want to make sure it has the Atari insert still in it.
Ooh, I don't know about that. So, oh, it is. It says Atari insert included.
Yep.
I didn't even know that. I didn't know that.
Yeah, if you don't have it, then you'll get that notorious green label.
Oh, well, look at that. I'm learning. This is why I love this show. I'm learning about my own slabs. Nothing more that you and Chris can tell me about. Because I'm like, I don't know if it's like, I think it's like a third print, but I don't know.
You know what? I wouldn't even known if it was, until I came across my copy had that too. I bought mine slabbed and it said that, and I realized that. Oh, okay. But yeah, I mean, if you don't know, you don't know. I mean,
right.
And
so, you know what? Just to not keep the chat in suspense, here's your first Super Pro appearance. This is Super Pro issue number 4. It's a 9.6. There's nothing special about this book except for it was an AOK from Jason, better known as Southern Comic Geek, who I actually just met at Con last weekend. So
nice.
Yeah. So King Super Pro's got to make an appearance, and there it is. So all of you that are playing the Super Pro drinking game, drink.
First one down. Toss your head back and swallow the cup.
Full shots, everybody. Yeah.
But I mean, the thing about, like, I know we joke about Super Pro a lot. Yeah. For me as a kid, I played sports. I played football, and like comics were not cool when I was a kid. Like it was a nerdy thing to do if you read comic books. And the way my mind worked was football is cool. Comics weren't. So if comics and football came together, that meant this is cool. And so it gave me like credibility. I'm like, oh, well, football thinks comics are cool because they have a whole comic book about it. Boom. And that's why I love Super Pro, because I felt like I could be a nerd and not be a dork because I like comics. So that's why it holds a special spot in my mind. So
that's great.
Next up. Let's go with this is one of my because John just commented, so I know John's still here. This is my oldest slab I have. It's from 1964.
So when you say oldest slab,
yes,
it's the oldest book that's in a slab.
Yes,
okay,
yes. Because my first, that first book I showed you, the Batman, was my first one I ever did. So
right.
Oh my goodness! Someone's never heard of Super Pro. Whew. Well. Just
I
check
call
out my channel. We can
on
fill
that.
you all in, team. So yeah, this is the oldest book I have slabbed, and it's Green Lantern 26. It's the second appearance of Star Sapphire. This is one that I picked up at a store. Again, I was like, nothing special about this book to me, except for the mindset that I was trying to see like how old of a comic book I could get in a slab. And so I was like, for a second appearance, that's pretty cool. And you can't go wrong when you have, I pronounced Joe's last name, Gilia art. When you have his art on the book, Joe is known for, like, he did the Riddler first appearance in the Silver Age with Batman and Robin punching Riddler, spinning around.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I love his art style, and so like to have something like that is really cool. And people said they wanted green books for St. Patty's Day tomorrow, so I wanted to represent.
Yeah, there you go, Green Lantern. That does it.
Yeah,
He doesn't get pinched.
No, he doesn't, and it is nice colors. The yellow, it's I mean, looking at this is one of those, like, if I was wanted to clean up, it's so dirty and stuff before they slabbed it, but. I wouldn't even know where to go with doing stuff like that. So, but yeah, so that was a special book in my collection.
Nice.
Yeah. So, all right,
Silver Age magic.
Where to next? Let's keep the green train rolling. One of my favorite covers. If people say what's an iconic cover for you, it is this one. It's Green Lantern 49 with Hal Jordan with all the rings. So
kind of that stupid Tom Brady picture.
so Chris, Rob, you and Chris will both appreciate this as football fans. So Daryl Banks, who did this cover, he is a Columbus local here, Columbus, Ohio, where I'm from. And I've told him, I was like, listen, if Joe Burrow ever wins the Super Bowl with the Bengals, I go, you're going to be commissioned to do a sketch of this cover again, but it's going to be Super Pro, and it's going to have Super Pro with rings on, and one of the rings is going to be a Cincinnati Bengal Super Bowl ring. Whether that happens or not, I don't know, but if it does, it's going to be fantastic.
Yeah.
So in other words, you're not holding your breath, but
No.
but you've prepped them. Got it.
No, I've prepped them. I've warned them. I'm like, listen, this is coming.
Yeah. Greg, do me a favor, my man. Read us what's on the right side of that blue label.
It says Emerald Twilight, Part 2, a Sinestro appearance.
Yeah.
So, so this is not the first appearance of Kyle Rayner. The first cover appearance is actually, I think, issue 50. After this, 48. While we're here, let's just get there. First appearance of Kyle Rayner, also a 9/8. Kyle Rayner was a Green Lantern that I fell in love with. So this is first appearance of Kyle Rayner there, part 1 of the Emerald Twilight. Ron Mars writing the story. This, another iconic cover. And like I said, I've loved Kyle Rayner as some, because I grew up reading it in the 90s. So this was 1994. That's the Green Lantern I knew, and someone that I appreciated, I love. So there's a secondhand store that sometimes doesn't know what they have, and you can get some really cheap, affordable slabs. I got both the Green Lanterns there from that store. I think I paid like $100 for both of these.
Now,
well, I was like, this is fantastic.
Nice.
Now you're saying that which issue is that one?
48.
Oh, first. Okay, so it's the first appearance of Kyle Rayner, but not as Green Lantern. Got it.
No, it's the first appearance of Kyle Rayner. I think the first appearance Kyle Rayner is
51.
51.
As Green Lantern. Yeah.
So no, 50 I think is actually the first appearance of him in Green Lantern. I think 51's his first cover. Is it?
First appearance of Kyle Rayner. I guess they're kind of arguing as I'm looking at this. I'm looking at something that's so key.
Okay.
50 and 51 are both being listed as first. So my guess is Kyle Rayner probably shows up as a kind of like the pseudo cameo.
Okay.
Wolverine appearance at the and probably I'm not a Green Lantern guy. I don't know if somebody else can.
So yeah, it's one of those. I have it. I didn't bring it. I'm looking over this direction because that's where my slabs are. It is. I have the first cover appearance of Kyle Rayner, but it's a DCU label, but it was a 7.5, so I just left it over there.
Yeah. Okay, I get it.
I was like, get over there. So
trust Greg. I would trust Greg. He knows all about Kyle.
I do. Kyle is one of my favorites. But I am known to be wrong. So I also,
it's not like any of these key indicators have them all right all the time.
No, they don't. And even looking at some of these things, like prepping for the show, like, they're like, we don't know. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Thanks. Nice.
Yeah.
Let's see. This is fun. I know what I have, but you know what? Another iconic favorite character of mine. You might, I don't know. This might be, you'll have to let me know if you've seen this book on your show before. But it is done.
Historian.
It is done by Mike Grail, and it has some Dave Stevens in it. And it is the first appearance of the Rocketeer.
Yeah.
So we have had the first appearance of the Rocketeer on the show. I believe twice.
Okay, good. Well,
twice.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. This is the highest version I've gotten, and what I love is the back cover of the slab has it on there.
Awesome.
So
because otherwise you wouldn't know that the Rocketeer is in this book at all. It's a very kind of under the radar key, first appearance key, because people don't realize unless you don't know that.
Yeah. And so Rocketeer, again, if you couldn't tell by my love for Super Pro, like I have a nostalgia, like what I grew up loving. Still, that's what I go back and collect now. I'm like, all right, cool. So there you go. Someone's saying Green Lantern 50 was the first Kyle, as Green Lantern 51 is
fair enough.
Cover.
Yeah, the nostalgia is an expensive drug.
Yes.
But fortunately, the first Rocketeer actually won't cost you that much. I mean,
no,
at the moment, because there's a new property coming.
Yeah,
but still.
Yeah, there's the Disney still owns the rights, and there's someone attached to direct and star in it. I forget where, but they had like a Rocketeers like great granddaughter cartoon on Disney Plus for a while, and my kids liked it, so
there you go.
So it worked.
Who collects nostalgia books? Transformers.
You know what? Since Flash by Night, you
invoked the T word.
You invoked the T word. Here goes 8.0
Yes.
first appearance of Transformers.
Yeah.
Woo! 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 Woo!
For some weak ass reviews.
Yeah. So this was cool. It was one of my first giveaways I ever won. Noah, who does Noah's amazing reviews. Kids like 10 years old. If you don't know Noah, check out his channel. He's fantastic. Loves comics. Like he's one of the reasons like people will continue to collect comics is like kids like him.
And bless his father who supports him, taking him all these places.
Dude, they go everywhere. And so like I had Noah on the show at one point because I was like I wanted to just talk with Noah and like see like why he loved comics and stuff so much, because it's such a cool thing to see a passion. Because we all had it as kids, but then like now they have technology that they can do shows and stuff. So this is special because it came from his collection. And
oh wow.
And he's like, hey, I want to send it to you. And man, to get the first appearance of Transformers, the Autobots and the Decepticons, you got the Optimus Prime there, with Transformers blowing up now. This is one I didn't think I'd ever get. So I got this a couple years ago before everything blew up. So it makes it even better.
Yeah, no, I mean, and I mean that, Sienkiewicz cover, that's a classic.
Oh yeah.
But what is, you say, I'm like, this one's not too bad, I don't think. Still, I mean, at least
it's not. It shouldn't be. It really isn't.
In an 8, it's probably not too bad. I know that if you try to get a 9.8, it would be. 9.8 will cost you some pennies.
Yeah.
But actually, oh wow, talk about a drop off. I'm not even going to make you guess on this one. This is just fun, guys. Seriously, if you wanted a 9.8 Transformers #1, current market value on is about $1,400.
Okay.
Guess what it goes down to for a 9.6?
500.
$327. 9.4? 160.
I was gonna say, like, I think on my app, the 8.0 is like $80 or something. It says.
Yeah, right now an 8. The one I'm looking at cover price right now looks like last sale was 120. So between 120 to 160 will get you anything from an 8.0 to a 9.4.
Yeah.
Wow.
Then after that, the 9.6 just will double, and then after that you go for that again. I've always said it, 4 to 5x from a 9.6 to a 9.8.
Yeah. I think we would all agree though, book. Every time there's a new property about to release, whether it's a new series or a new film, it always jumps and then it calms down after. I think right now we're kind of in that lull. But it's just one of those, hey, if you were born in the 70s or early 80s, it's one of those books you kind of chase. Yeah. Good for you, Greg. I don't have one.
The 9.6 isn't exactly cheap at 300, but I mean it's interesting that a 9.4 to be able to go, you can get a 9.4 for 160. That's highly respectable to have one in your collection. And it's interesting to see how much congestion there is in that 8 to 9.4 range, that they're all kind of valued very similarly.
Yeah.
Anyways, awesome. All right.
Yeah. So a couple other ones. Let's do one last one that was sent, because that was This is from Unruly Simeon.
Oh,
Always
nice.
great
very
community
nice.
member. Sent me a AOK package. Batman 108. This is the first appearance of Miracle Molly. You know, as a Batman fan, he knew like to have Batman, you know, villains and keys, like that's so special to me. So again, when someone in the community, like, a slab is not cheap, like just to get a slab done. So if you have it, like that means a lot. Like, and so like that's what I love about this community. There's so many great collectors and people that are just like, hey, we want to foster your love of comics.
That was just a character that was like really weird. There was so much hype on that character, and
and
just like failsafe.
And remember how many gorgeous
or not
variant covers were released for that issue.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah,
there were so many gorgeous covers as well. But yeah, it's just when Tynan left the run, like they haven't touched the character since.
No, and they haven't touched much with Punchline either. And
Punchline a little bit.
Oh, but not much.
Yeah, but I actually have more belief that something could happen with Punchline than with Miracle Molly, just because Punchline is an antagonist, and while partnered with the Joker, it's more interesting that I like some of the ideas that they've done with her with using the social media to really kind of like twist people's opinion of her, and some of that stuff, which is kind of interesting. So she's
it will be interesting. One, especially too, now that they've made Harley Quinn character being so much of you know, the anti-hero, that to have someone kind of fill into that role a little bit more, I think you'll see more coming from that.
All right, cool.
So I think we're at like 10, so I got a couple more before halfway point.
Okay. Yeah, one or two more, perfect.
Yeah. So let's do I want to save some goodies for y'all. But let's stick with this will be this is going to be chat can investigate. Chris, you and Rob can investigate this one. This is where I need your all's help. I picked this up at a con. It is a first comic book appearance of Terry McGinnis, aka Batman Beyond.
Yep.
It's 8.5, but it is like the Kool-Aid version or something.
It's the store promo, or
and so there's
Marcus. Everyone, if you can move quick, Marcus has just gifted 5 memberships to Rob's channel here. Marcus, thank you so much for that. I will not badmouth the Chiefs as of the rest of this show now.
But yeah, so I told you I'm bringing some Batman to the table here, but this was one I picked this up at C2E2 with Justin Birch and I were there. And again, it was an 8.5. I got it very affordable, but it's clean.
Yeah. There's several versions of this book. There's of course the production release, and then there's the Six Flags variant that was given away there. Then there was this, which was a promotional copy given away in stores. And you know, my copy's the same as one of these promotional copies. They're not too difficult to get a hold of. They're not too expensive, but they still carry some value, I think. And then of course with them, you know, mistakenly, what's interesting is this is one of 2 big books in this. This was a 6-issue limited series. Issues 1, 3, and 6 are like the big books in the lot, because 1 is this first issue, 3 is first appearance of Blight, and 6 is the first appearance of Ink. What's interesting is 2 very undervalued, although it's starting to come up, which is the first appearance of Terry McGinnis as Batman Beyond, because this Batman Beyond that we see here is Bruce Wayne in this costume. It's not Terry McGinnis until the 2nd issue. Big Batman Beyond guy. I love
good.
Batman
So well, then
Beyond,
I brought this for you, Rob.
There you go. Yeah. Still living. This is of course still in the DC animated universe.
Yes.
For this particular version, we don't get the first the Batman Superman annual is with an art germ cover is the first appearance of Batman Beyond in the regular DC canon universe. For anybody who really cares. So let's see. Batman Beyond #1. Well, pull it. Listen.
The one thing I wanted to say about this was an exceptional way to promote that series that came out, because Batman the animated series had done its run, Superman had done its run, and they were nervous about the whole idea of Batman Beyond, a new Batman and an old man Bruce Wayne. Hey, let's give away some free comic books in places where we know there's going to be kids. And if they get the comic book, they're going to tune in. And lo and behold, Batman Beyond is one of the most respected DC animated series, right up there with Batman the animated series.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was an exceptional, genius idea for the amount of giveaway books that they did for this, and to get one in a higher grade, say more than the 7.5, is impressive, because they were given to kids.
Yeah.
And they were meant to be read, Rob.
So, I mean, that grade, I can't really pull anything up, but 9.4 looks like was sold in December for like $86. So you're probably talking about, it's like a $75 book. But in a 9.8 on this, in the free promo version, will only cost you about $215 to $225. So it's a good, affordable way to get into it. Obviously, if you go to the newsstand variants and the direct variants, there's
Well, and that's the beautiful thing about collecting is, like, like a lot of us is I have it. So now, like, and it's protected, like, it's cool, and I don't really care if I need to get in a higher grade, because the only time it's going to get sold is if I die.
Right. I have it. Let's move on. Right. There you go. So speaking of moving on, we should go to the next one, because it's time to do a giveaway right after this.
All right, let's do. All right, let's end on this one then. One of my more unique slabs. This is the only ash can I ever have, but I have the Last Ronin ash can. It's at 7.5. Not, again, a great grade, but this is, if you remember, people were trying to hunt for these, and they're big, oversized. If you compare to it's a magazine size, so if you compare it to just another slab, and they were super loose and like, it's only like 5 pages.
Yeah.
So they were so.
And it wasn't the best stock either compared to the normal Last Ronin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, like, this was, I'm pretty sure, if I remember right, they completely changed artists after this ash can. And so you get completely different, artwork that you would never get in the actual story there. So that was one that my store owner didn't actually get any Last Ronin ash cans. And so I found a couple at another store, and I was like, you want one? He's like, if you give me one, we'll slab them. I'm like, done.
Awesome. Yeah. All right. Against our halfway point, we're going to take a break here. What?
I said boom. That was a halfway point boom.
We're going to go ahead and do our first giveaway. If you not familiar with the giveaway, essentially all you have to do is type in this #SuperPro. We're going to go ahead, and I got a short box full of comics here, and we're going to give away at least 6 books from the box. Could be other stuff in there, extra pulls, could be merchandise, could be slabs. We will find out. Chris, what's coming up for you on your channel?
Well, I will be opening a case of DC Walmart packs in the very near future, an entire case. I don't know how many packs are in there, but it's a heavy box. But other than that, everyone, again, I invite the entire community, if you participate in New Comic Book Day, or if you have brand new books that are new to your collection, if you're available 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Wednesdays, feel free to join us on the panel for Show Us What You Got, or just hang out in the chat and enjoy the laughter and shenanigans that we get up to. And that's about it for me right now, Rob. Awesome.
How about you, Greg? What's coming up on the Bearded Comic Bro channel?
Yeah, honestly, interviews. The channel has really just shifted to creator interviews because that's consuming a lot of my time. So I think I had a break because I was at cons, but I think the last one I posted was with Derek Robertson, who was the co-creator of The Boys and Happy and Transmetropolitan. So he's a fantastic artist. I love Derek's work. And then coming to the show, I have an interview with Chris Condon Monday, who's the writer of That Texas Blood, the Enfield Gang Massacre, all those stuff. So yeah, literally just nonstop interviews. Most every Monday, there's a new interview dropping. Highly recommend checking it out if you like comic career interviews.
Awesome.
And then my wife and I still, Mrs. Bearded, she always hops in on stuff. So we're working on some cooking shows. We're still working on some Mrs. Bearded review shows that are going to be coming up. So those will be sprinkled in throughout as well. But the focus is right now is interviews. So
awesome. Great.
Yeah.
Make sure you guys go check that out. Timo Hana says there's no Walmart packs near him anymore, but no, that's true. There's none anywhere anymore, apparently, according to our friend
Chris bought a case of them.
Well, no, he didn't buy. Chris informed us that was being discontinued, and he had a buddy of his that hooked him up.
The DC packs are no longer available in Walmart. The Marvel packs are, but if you're interested in DC packs, you have to go to Ollie's or to Five Below. Okay. And they're actually considerably cheaper than what they were at Walmart, from what I understand.
Well, I guess who's going to Five Below after this episode?
I'll give you my address.
All right. Well, everyone's just finishing wrapping that up. I'll just let everybody know. We'll say hello to the chat stuff at the end of the show. But at the end of the show today, also though, so today or yesterday, whatever, we officially announced King Con 5 appearance of Comics Curing Cancer is going to be at that event in New York or New Jersey there, and there's going to be a limited edition comic print celebrating Comics Curing Cancer from Austin LeMay, going to be available for purchase there. But fear not, you're not going to be able to be there. Not only can you go to at Comics Curing Cancer, right now we're doing the old tag 3 people thing, whatever, and you can win one, but you'll be able to win one here today on our show, one of the artist proofs. So we'll be doing a giveaway for that today as well, your chance to get one. So there you are. But first, we got to do this giveaway. So let's spin it to see who wins it. Wheel of Fish.
I hope DJ doesn't win. That guy sucks.
Bizzle. Yeah. All right. Let us see what we can get. All right.
Anybody but DJ.
All right. So, Greg, you get to pull for Bizzle. And so the way that we do this is you're going to pick either a number 1 through 10 from the front, 1 through 10 from the back, or you can say, I want to go back to front, in which case we'll just go back and forth until you pick a book. You tell me to stop, and then you'll tell me if you want the book in front, behind, or either side.
Okay. Let's go front to back.
Back to front. Got it. Yep. Yeah, we only do it back to front here.
All right. I don't,
That's just because it bugs CJ.
Oh, perfect. Stop.
Okay. In front, behind, or both?
Both.
All right. Doing it again.
Ooh. Stop.
Okay. Front, behind, or both?
Front.
Front. Okay. 3 more books.
Stop.
Okay.
Behind.
Behind. Oops, I got to turn it like this so you can't see what it is. All right. 2 more books.
Stop.
Oh, okay. Front, behind, or both?
Both.
All right. Let's see what we got here. Thank you. All right.
Shout out to Remy Q Studios.
So we have Avengers 231. This is the first meeting of Eros and She-Hulk.
Very nice. That would be good on Guest.key.
Deadpool, the number 5, the Garbage Pail Kids.
That's awesome.
I've never seen that cover. That's fantastic.
That's awesome. Yes.
Now I want some Garbage Pail Kid comics.
Reckless Wade.
How about a J. Scott Campbell?
Oh, very
X-Men?
nice. Yep, and that's limited as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was like this one's like 2000 or something like that. But
yeah. Yep.
Superman, red and blue.
Very nice.
Great cover.
Yeah. Nice square bound book.
We have a book that includes 2 Pokemon cards. So it's been irrelevant. I want it.
I like that the chat uses my lines now.
I want to say that this one is an incentive variant.
Oh, nice.
It's Miles Morales. No, it's not. Never mind. I was thinking of something different. It's Absolute Carnage, Miles Morales, issue number 1. I was thinking it was Miles Morales number 1. Well, that's not the main cover. What? And then, a Perillo cover for Nonstop Spider-Man number 1.
Ooh,
gorgeous cover.
Fantastic. Yeah.
Terrible story.
I mean,
it's just Spider-Man on crack cocaine crank.
That's like
Jason
one of his
Statham
better
Spider-Man.
Yeah, one of his better covers.
So there you go. Oh. There you go, C Bizzle. Those will be going on out to you this afternoon. So congratulations to you on that.
Hopefully you were happy with the pick there, C Bizzle. So
yeah, absolutely. Let's real quick. I'm going to say hello to the members. Thank all the members, and then we'll get back into some books. And then at the end, we'll do our other giveaway for comics, as well as we'll also do the giveaway for the Comics Curing Cancer artist proof poster. So the members, of course, are the ones who make this thing all possible, generate the money for Comics Curing Cancer, as well as the ad revenue and merchandise sales. But they're the ones who contribute the lion's share. So really want to thank them, the Goon Squad at our higher level, Son of a Bruce, Stephen C., Legion of Comics, DJ Links, Dr. Von Hoots Comics from the Spiral Dimension, Dale Suspense, the Comic Viking, Justin Birch, the Comic Vet, Austin LeMay, Collecting with Durs, Mad Spidey, Brian LCS, Izzyverse NYC, Chuck Hensey, Comiverse, Deadman, Anachronic Comics, Colossus Collector, JG, Team Ohana, Daymares, still only 35 cents, Cliff on Comics, and of course our henchmen as of last night, because obviously this has changed with the new members that have joined during the show. Travis Vick, Actual Dracula, Jack B Comics, PSN Green Hulkster, Digger Jim 720, Blue Hellion Comics, Flo Dameron, Beckerman, Gary B, the Casual Comic Guy, Sector 2815, The Real James Willie, Comic Ozzy, Chaos and Comics, Marty Alechko, Trev the Shipping Guru, Circumstances, Remy Q Studios, Comics by the Bay, Comic Journey, Matt 268, Comics with Murdoch, Cup of Comics, Switch Comics, Ben Parker Comics, Seth 11, Hulk Collector 82, A Comic Bookworm, El Green Machine, Lone Eagle, Jean Malot, Triple G Comics, Aggressively Relaxing, Cat Fan Comics Man, Collectible Inc., KBDM, Fantastic Comics and Art, Milt Miller, Wellbore, Papa Wheelie, My Nerdy Collection, Charmaine Deacon, Wayne Deacon, Digital Punk, Ryan Riley, Chop and Drop 2013, Beth, Ben Compton, Les Crucius 1971, Yeah Man 156, Ryan, Walter White, Josh Oliver, Steven Spock, the New York Warriors, Comics and Collectibles, House of L Comics, Kevin Metzger, Brother John Comics, Brian Wells, and Space Case Cards. Thank you guys all so much. Appreciate you and everyone who's ever gone and visited fatstacksmerch.com and picked up some of that merchandise, either the Comics Curing Cancer, OnlySlabs, or Fat Stacks merch. Either way or anyway, all the proceeds of sales of items there go to Comics Curing Cancer. All right. That's enough of that advertising for now. I'll breathe now that it's your turn to talk there, buddy. Right. Welcome back, Greg.
Yeah. Okay, I'll take over for the next 20 minutes while Rob gets some oxygen. All right, Greg, let's go.
Rob, what is that, Ray Lewis from the Super Bowl where he had that oxygen after the...
Yeah.
Yeah, I see the and breathe.
You know what? Just because Mark is here, let's just get this out of the way because people know it's coming. We got the first appearance of Super Pro.
Yes, let's go.
This is 9.4. This is my
hold on. I'm sorry. Can you bring that up and say that one more time?
The first appearance.
Just bring it back up as if it was brand new. So retake and action.
So this is the first appearance of Super Pro.
Yeah.
That's perfect. I was gonna be a little offended if I did not get a Remy Q fist bump on that one, but this is my white whale. I have not seen it in 9.8 yet, and I need it to happen at some point. And it's hard because it's a square bound book, but
I didn't know that it was square bound.
Yeah, so and people, well, John's like, I stepped away and boom, here we are. By the way, gang, everyone in the chat needs to take a shot because
Remy Q. That's me.
Also, there's this exact same cover, and it has a sticker that says the retelling. Spoiler alert, that is not the first. It's a reprint. That's why it says retelling. So if you get that
reprint,
yeah, this is the
It's a
true first appearance.
reprint.
I know for all you that are specking on Super Pro, like I get it. Like I'm here to help guide you on your path on your journey, but it is the first origin of NFL Super Pro, Phil Grayson. So great field there.
Shout out to Mark from Legion of Comics and Jesper that's joined us, and
also
to Roscoe
and Dagger Cards
Also, yeah, and shout out to Jose Delbo, who he just passed away a month ago or something, but one of the artists on this book, super talented. Most people know him from Batman and things like that, but yeah, Super Pro. There it is. All right, we've got the Super Pros out, gang. If you're here for any more Super Pro, sorry, that's it. If you really want, I've got stacks of slab Super Pros over here later. We can talk later, but now we're moving on. So let's go with.
Hey, Timo Hunt is asking, how many issues did the book run for?
12 issues. So yeah, 12 issues, and that's separate from the Super Bowl special. Here was the first appearance, and then they did 12 issues after that. So Super Pro number 1 has Spider-Man on the cover. Super Pro teamed up with Captain America, I think, in issue 8.
What was his superpower? His superpower was blowing Buffalo Bill's kicks off to the right when it mattered the most.
Super Pro's power came from his suit, but he also was special enhanced because he got wrapped up
on the PEDs.
No, not PEDs. He got wrapped up in NFL film tape when someone was stealing from a NFL collector's mansion. And then chemicals from the film tape, when it got lit on fire,
of course
gave him his powers that he
of the players that were on the
exactly. That doesn't sell. Like, also, if you're a Giants fan, like Lawrence Taylor, I think is in issue like 5, so you can get that, and there you go.
Oh, that's great. His power is never running out of money to pay the refs.
His power is to slightly deflate balls and then win Super Bowls after.
Also, Roscoe, I know, is a big proponent of, he wants to have Super Pro in the MCU and have Travis Kelce be Super Pro. So,
Kelce?
All right.
I'm letting you know. So, but let's go to the next one. This is one that this is a special one to me. It's my first ever remarked on a book. It's
bored on a remark.
I mean, sketch. Yeah, I guess it is a sketch. Actually, it's a sketch. This is. I was standing in line. I had this blank cover. I had no idea. This was in 2019. Yeah, what was like? I didn't know about collecting comics and things like that. I told my store owner, I'm like, hey, I'm getting back into comics. I'm going to this con. He's like, who's going to be there? I'm like, I don't know. Like, Ryan Stegman's going to be there. Some guy named Donnie Cates is going to be there. And he's like, here's the book you should take. So I took it. I'm waiting in line. I was going to have him sign it. And the lady's like, do you want him to do a remark on this? I was like, sure. She's like, cool. It's $50. I was like, oh, no. But I was like, all right, I already said yes. But this is what I got. And then, so I had to preserve it. So Ryan Stegman did it right there.
Sign down below.
Sign there, and then I had Kate sign it as well up there. So it's a double signed with the sketch.
Yeah, and so you go, extra large remark. Sure enough. Yeah, I mean, it's a remark in the vein of our friend from Dynamic Forces. So.
Right. So, and then I did. That was before I was like, oh, I get this verified. So I did it CBCS. So I get that all verified through them. But this is cool because, again, like, I'm sure people have variations of a sketch like this if Ryan Stegman's doing them, but like, this is unique and special, and to get to see that happen in the line, it was cool. So as always, holds a special spot on the wall.
Yeah. So those are the pieces I like when you get those for this, and this is a good example of, because you got this one where you sent it and get the signatures verified,
right?
Where I send these in and I get them. I don't have them grade them. I just have them get that art label put on there instead of the grade, because it doesn't matter what the grade is, but somebody's going to look at that. Oh, it's a 9.0. Well, you're focused on the wrong part of this thing. This is a freaking original piece of art, man, not a 9.0 copy of the book.
Right. And that's one of those things too, as a collector. Like I didn't know the difference of what to send it in as and what send it in as art. And I think I probably would have done that as just send it in as an art piece then and not worry about the grade, because I'm very new and very like novice into the slab game. But like for me, like I wouldn't be able to tell you for any reason why this is a 9.0.
It's probably on the backside. It's probably dirt or something in corners or
probably.
Something. But I mean, again, it's one of those things that's like, you're focusing on the wrong thing.
Right. That's not why you would collect it anyways and have that in your collection.
The other thing that's kind of nice about the art label versus getting it graded is it saves you money, because you don't pay the grading fee. You just pay you just pay for the encapsulation and the verification, but you don't pay for them to grade it.
Oh,
okay. So like, because eventually, like I have some that I want to send in to get slabbed, and that are just like sketch covers, but I'll probably do that in the future then.
Yeah, just when you're doing your CBCS form, from the drop down, and when they ask you what category it is, you just click art, and then you'll see that you only get charged the encapsulation. You don't get charged for the grading.
See, I would have much rather liked that then, because again,
the more you know.
I don't think anyone. I don't care, but also like you said, Bill. Oh, it's a 9.0. You're not going to know. You're just like, oh, that's a sweet sketch cover done by Ryan Stegman otherwise.
Right. Which is what you should be paying attention to, and not the grade.
Yeah, it's not cheap anymore.
Yeah.
No.
Awesome.
Let's go with you know what? This was a Christmas present from my kids. Actually, let's pull them both up because I got two Christmas presents.
2 kids or 2 presents?
I got 2 kids and 2 presents. So,
wow, that's awesome. So 4 presents. Here we go.
So both presents at the same time.
Oh, and boom goes the dynamite.
So what we got here is Thor: God of Thunder, issue number 2 in the 9.8. This is the first appearance of Gore the God Butcher. And it's in flashbacks, but and then first appearance of a lot of the team from Black Hammer. Issue number 1, Jeff Lemire series, a series that I loved. John, Comics with Kids, sent me the first couple trades one time, and I became obsessed with this. So the sad part about this is I got these really cheap because there was a store in our town that was closing, which is always sad when that happens. But I also was like, boom, I am going to reap the benefits. Which kid do I love more?
Well, that means the book. Yeah.
I mean, I love all my slabs equally. So, but it's, like those were cool. Like, it's funny because we went to the store a couple weeks before. So I said my kids gave them to me. We went to the store a couple weeks before Christmas because it was closing before Christmas. And I was like, oh, I want to get this. And they were a good price. And my wife looks at me and she goes, well, why don't you get it then for Christmas? I was like, can I do that? She's like, sure. And I was looking at Black Hammer. I was like, well, I like that one too. She's like, well, you got 2 kids. Like, get $2.
I gotta remember this one.
So I got them. We got in the car. She took them from me in the car. I didn't see them till Christmas. Her and the kids wrapped them. And my girls were like, wait, Dad's going to know his Christmas presents? And my wife goes, yeah, when you're older, you're allowed to know what your Christmas presents are. So they bought what I wanted. And voila, here we go.
Last couple Christmases, I've gotten great comic books because my wife says, go buy yourself something for me to give you.
Right. So it worked out well. But no, I mean, they support my hobby, and that's always cool. So
there you go.
I can't fault that. So there you got 2, gang. First appearances right off the bat. And since it's sitting right here.
Too bad he doesn't have 8 kids. That's right. Because I hear 8 is enough.
If I had 8 kids, I wouldn't have a YouTube channel where I bought comic books because I would not be able to afford any. Like, so Yeah, it's nice to be like, oh, my kid's got me 8 slabs. Guess who's still paying for those 8 slabs? Me. So really,
listen, do you guys need braces or no shoes that fit? No.
Nah, we're good with 2, and that's
foot and potato sacks.
That's it. But while we're talking about the kids, this was a Father's Day present. This is my second oldest comic that's slabbed, and it's Shazam #1.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice.
So this is you got the first appearance of Captain Marvel Jr., Mary Marvel since the Golden Age. And it's funny is I still have the sticker on there from when I bought it for $50. So
well done.
Yeah. But again, this was I love DC. If you notice my stuff, I'm a big Batman fan, but Superman on the cover was Shazam, Captain Marvel. This was really cool. This was another one of those like, oh, this was what you just said, Rob, where your wife was like, hey, go buy what you want for Father's Day. We were going to be out of town for Father's Day. So my wife said Saturday, she said, our gift to you is you go buy whatever you want from the comic store and pick yourself up a bottle of bourbon. And that's your Father's Day presents from us. I was like,
that's great.
My
wife would never say, go get whatever you want.
Well,
but
she understands that I'm still fickle. Like, that's why, I have a lot of slabs that are like 4.0s and,
or maybe it's you automatically add the end of it. Go get whatever you want. In print, the unsaid part is that will still allow us to be married.
Yes.
And then
there are unwritten qualifications. Right. But she knows that I'm like, I'm not going to spend a lot more.
Honey, guess what? I just got the 9.6 graded Amazing Fantasy 15. That's amazing. Thank you.
That's fantastic. We're now broke and eating ramen noodles the rest of the next 2 years. But
I just declared bankruptcy. I don't know what I can't even afford ramen noodles.
Oh man. So yeah, that's those are some fun ones. Let's go with I'm saving some good ones. Let's get some out of the way though. Here. Ooh, this is a cool one. This is All-Star Batman and Robin, the Boy Wonder, issue number 10. This is a recalled cover.
Oh.
It's a recalled issue because it was I think Frank Miller has Batman curse in it and they black it out, but you can still read the curse word through the black bar.
Much like, you think they would have learned their lesson from this then when later on when they
the Black Label
came out
when
hello Catwoman
when old Batwang
the Batawang.
But yeah, so it says, you can see that right there, it says recalled due to improper editing of obscenities.
Nice. You gotta think that the letterer, when he's getting to it, going like, yeah, this ain't gonna fly.
So again, it's not like it's for me. I'm like, oh, this is a cool book. It's in a 9.8. It's a recalled book that that they wanted to destroy, and it's funny because it's ironic. You can't see why it is because now it's slapped.
Right, exactly.
But it was one of those. I was like, it was super affordable and cheap, and I was like, I'm gonna get this at a con, so it works. But it's a dope cover.
If you always want, you can always send it to Mad Spidey. He'll crack it out for you.
Right. But yeah, so Jim Lee and Scott Williams did the cover and art. Frank Miller story.
Awesome.
It was a cool. Again, I try to just have unique stuff, and like things that I'm like, oh, that's funny. It's a recalled book.
Yeah.
Let's go. Ooh. This is something I never thought I would do. I bought a slab of a reprint, but it is a 9.8 of Detective Comics 27, and
that's totally fair. I did the same thing with the Tech 27 and Amazing Fantasy 15, and like I'm not. This is what I'm going to get.
Right. Well, and that's where I went with it. I was like, listen, first, so this also was at C2E2 last year. This vendor had probably 10, 12 copies in 9.8 of this. So it was a store. You just sent all of them in, and he was selling them for $50. So
Right.
it's like it literally is basically the cost of the fee to get it slabbed,
shipping and slabbing. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'm looking at a entire shelf of just Batman memorabilia. To have this book, it presents like I'm never gonna own Detective 27. I'm never gonna own anything under Batman issue 100. Like, so to have this as like a cool display piece is, for me, it's fantastic. I have the reprint as well, raw, so I can still read it and experience that. But
yeah,
I couldn't.
And, yeah, Legion of Comics, right? There's some that just make sense.
Yeah. So
I actually got the CEO of my company. I got one of these reprints that was slabbed only because his name is Sam Wilson, and so I had told him that I had picked up the first appearance of Sam Wilson in comics, and he's, oh, I need a copy of that. And I said, well, he says, buy me one, I'll pay for it. And I said, yeah, okay. I had to let him realize what the price range was on this book. Not that he couldn't afford it, but just make sure before I stick him with a bill.
Right.
And he goes, oh, really? And he said, well, I was thinking about this much. And I was like, oh, I can get you a facsimile if you want that. He's just going to hang it up in his office.
Right.
So he has his first appearance of, because he even like calls his people Team Falcon stuff. Because he's into comics. He knows the shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, facsimile hanging up in his office. Yeah.
I love that Freaky mentioned Tyler's video, their whack video of me saying facsimile, because I for the longest time, and that's why I said reprint here, because I still butcher it. I'm like, is it facsimile? Facsimile?
Yeah.
And so
facsimile.
I said it in one video, and of course, the crew from Whack Comics just went wild with it. So,
yeah. All right, yeah, time for one more.
One more.
Welcome, Jason.
Never
could figure it out. Is now a member.
Nice.
Yeah, let me speed this up then. So I'll give you two more real quick, so that way we
okay.
I got more, but we'll give you just two more. So this is Batman 234.
Oh,
5.5.
Yeah, that's
Silver Age appearance of Two-Face, and it's on the cover.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
It's glorious.
I'm actually hunting right now. It's on my hunt list.
Is it?
Yeah.
So this it's weird because I'm grabbing it now. Like, it's in a thicker case than old CGC one, other CGC ones. But this is one of those beautiful covers. Is it Neil Adams? Yeah, Neil Adams cover. This was the first Batman like key villain book I ever bought.
Nice.
My store has it, and now my store has a raw copy for like $100 more than I bought this 3 years ago. And so I always like to remind him, like, you remember when I bought that slab from you? He's like, shut up.
It happens.
Yep, absolutely. So they're asking, they're saying, hey, has showed any Dick Tracy yet? No.
So here's the deal. I haven't, and I don't, because I have a lot of Dick Tracy memorabilia and Dick Tracy comics, but I don't have anything slabbed.
Really?
I would have to send it in. I've never seen a Dick Tracy slab comic in the wild ever. And
you're right. Both the two I have, I sent in myself.
So I probably have 30, 40 Dick Tracy comics. I've got Dick Tracy trades, but I've never, if I saw a slabbed one in the wild, I'd buy it in a heartbeat just to have it. And I'm really bad about sending stuff in. Like I sent 4 books in through my store because they're an affiliate. And does that count? That's not slab digger, Jim? That's contained.
No. Well, you know what? I'm going to send you one.
Oh, you don't have to do that. But Digger Jim did. He sent me, which I've not shared yet, a coin that he found. It's a little metal and medallion from a Dick Tracy that then he cleaned up, and as well as a Dick Tracy stamp, and they're in these little cool display cases.
Nice.
So for sake of time, I got one. We'll just do one more for you.
Yep.
This is one that I picked up at Lexington Comic-Con. It is it's a low grade, or it's, I guess, technically a mid grade. I don't know, but it's a 5.0, but it's white pages.
Mid grade. Yep.
And it's the first appearance of Rocket Raccoon.
Oh,
there you go. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Holy cow!
It looked it looked good. And it was one of those, I'm like, I'm basically paying the cost for slabbing it. I can probably, if I cared, I could crack this and send it to Dustin and have him clean it up, because I don't know much about slabbing, but I'm like, oh, this is white pages. That's pretty good, because I have a lot newer comic books that are still off white pages.
Yeah.
That
and
so
look
this
at this
is one of those. So I love that it's a first appearance that you get on the cover, of this Hulk 271.
And he's a household name at this point too.
Right.
Yeah. So to get that cheap,
yeah,
the grade doesn't really matter. But yeah,
again, because it presents well, and you can tell that like it's dirty. It definitely did not get cleaned before it went to get it slabbed. So this is one that at some point, if I don't, someone could press it, clean it, and it would definitely get a grade bump.
Nice.
What's it say on the right side of that blue label, Greg?
It says, I think it just says first appearance, comic book appearance of Rocket Raccoon.
That's right. Because for those that don't know, Rocket was in an oversized Marvel Treasury magazine before he made his appearance in normal comic book size. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you, sir. That's fantabulous. Appreciate you coming on the show and sharing some of that with us.
Yeah.
Guys, get ready. We're going to do, we got a couple giveaways here to do, so don't run off. We got our giveaway for our books, but also we have that King Kong. We have an artist proof of the limited edition Austin LeMay art print that's going to be available exclusively at King Kong 5. For those of you in the New Jersey area, you'd be able to go get this. But for those of you guys who aren't, two ways that you can win. One is right here with us in just a moment. The other way, of course, is you can go to follow at Comics Curing Cancer on Instagram. Go there, follow, tag a couple people. There's a post. The recent post tells you what you got to do. That's pretty much about it. Tag some people, be a follower. We're going to do a drawing. You can win one of these. And all of these come in nice top loaders or anything else, courtesy of Mr. DJ Links. Of course, Comics Curing Cancer will be a couple other places too. 3 Men in Basement, Heroes Con. We got our big event, going to be the first weekend in October. Be whatnot sale like last year. Cool stuff coming on. But let's give away some comic books. For this one, for the second drawing of our comic books from the boxer, go hashtag OnlySlabs. Go ahead and get that one in there, and we'll do that giveaway. In the meantime, I'll let you guys know. Of course, I did drop my Sacramento Comic-Con haul video on Thursday. It's coming up close on 1,000 views pretty quick here. So if you haven't seen it yet, go take a look. Then coming up, I just recorded before this the Monday mail call. That'll be available tomorrow for channel members, and then of course on Monday for everybody else. Some more slabs, more raw books, great stuff there. And then on Thursday there'll be another video that drops. I think we're going to do a CGC unboxing.
Ooh.
Yeah. So anyways, that's what's coming up for me on the channel. Of course, I'll be appearing everywhere else talking about Comics Curing Cancer, all that other fun stuff. 49 entries out of 69. Excellent. We do ship internationally. So if you're not entering thinking that, well, Rob wouldn't ship them to me, guess what? I will. So go ahead and hit that hashtag OnlySlabs. Let me grab the box as we get ready for this.
Watch your back, Rob.
Appreciate that, Chris. Let's see. What else? Let's go. Oh, yeah. Let you guys know next week on OnlySlabs, Milt at Flowers Comics will be joining us. He's promising to bring some Western and war era books. Is his theme he's going to bring. So there you go.
So we got 70 people watching. Everyone make sure that you've already hit that like button.
Yeah, please do. Absolutely. Let's see. Run through my list of promos. Did I have anything else that I needed to say? We're going to do the Austin LeMay print in just a moment. Thank you to everybody who hit those super chats earlier on. Thank you so much for that. Those super chats, along with you guys, the channel members, really help to generate the bulk of the revenue that helps us to support the Comics Curing Cancer event and make that happen as we are on our path to try to raise another $50,000. That's our goal this year, is to hit another $50,000. That's crazy. And I'll tell you, we're in good shape thanks to we had an anonymous donation of $5,000 come in, and so thank you very much for that. So we're well on our way. All right, let's go ahead and I'm not seeing it move up. So the rest of you guys who haven't hit hashtag you've got until I'm done with this sentence to get that in here. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's see who wins. We win a chicken dinner. This one goes to Triple G.
Oh, yes.
Oh, I'm shipping. All right.
He should be getting ready to go live right now.
Well, I don't know. There's a time change difference, so
Okay.
might not be. At least for us, there's time change. So we had an extra hour between us. So, anyways, so here we go. We're gonna pull books. Chris, what are you gonna pull for the good one? What are you gonna pull for that ginger shorty geek?
No pressure. No pressure. Let's let it ride.
All right. Let me turn this way so you can see it all. Oops. There you go.
And stop. And those 2 books, Rob, that your finger splits.
Okay.
And stop. And those 2 books that your finger splits. All right. And I see DVH is saying 1 hour till Triple G. Yeah, this time change stuff is hard on my brain. And I enjoy just watching Rob do this. I think everyone else does too. Stop. And those 2 books that your finger splits.
If I can get it to separate. Ugh, the books were stuck together. What's up with that? There's no Penthouse books in here.
They just released a new book like in the last couple of weeks.
I know.
All
right.
Here
you go, Pete.
No pressure. Yes.
Invaders number 29.
Yes.
The now it can be told the almost origin of the Invaders. The almost yes. Here you go. Batman: The Adventures Continue, number 1.
Yes.
Very nice.
It's a great series. It's a slept-on series.
Yes. I agree. Detective Comics issue 600.
Oh, it's a great book.
Did we pull that last week, didn't we? And I sent it back.
50th anniversary adventure. I have several of those.
Okay.
Here you go. Here is a this is Del Auto. Marvel Voices.
Gorgeous.
Legacy 1 featuring Miles Morales.
Gorgeous.
Ooh. Here's your old book. Ready? Green Lantern issue 17.
Yeah, this is my best ever.
Silver Age goodness.
What, like, Rob? You know, we talked about this extensively backstage. Like, what are you doing putting? That's got to be like 61. Like, what's that book doing?
Wait till you got to see some of the stuff that's on the way, Chris. It's going to drive you nuts. I got a Transformers number 1 going in the giveaway bin pretty soon.
I'll be claiming that for myself.
And then the last book, this book, is super limited edition, limited to 250 production copies, of which half of them are MIA. The Comics Curing Cancer exclusive for Unnatural Order number 1 with a little COA. Don't worry, these weren't books that were like stolen from C3. These were books that I purchased, so the money went to Comics Curing Cancer, and now I'm giving books to you.
I know Pete will be happy with that. I know Pete will be very happy with that book.
So congratulations
to his own bin.
Yeah. So congratulations there for that. Those will be going out to you, sir. All right, put that off to the side. Oh, I should have labeled these books so I remember who was getting what. I know that
Pete.
Triple G. Who won the first round?
C Bizzle.
That's right, C Bizzle.
The comic vet.
Definitely not the comic vet.
No,
I'm just saying.
He has his own pile building up in my garage. But
I don't know.
Definitely not.
Oh my goodness! I tell you what. All right, let me. Set this up
but it's not over yet, folks.
That's right. It's not ready. Don't run off.
That was an awesome giveaway.
All right,
it was.
Comics Curing Cancer. Now this is going to be your. Now this one I should say. Preface: this is shipping in the U.S. only. I'm not the one who's shipping it. So they've said U.S. only. I'm sure possibly if we're willing to pay for shipping, he may take. It's DJ Links is going to be sending this, so he may ship it to you if you want to cover the shipping costs. Sorry. But this is going to be, if I can find it again, where did it go? This is for this artist. It's an artist proof, so it may have minor cosmetic blemishes, but if you put it in a frame, whatever. Artist proof of the limited edition Austin LeMay print. Art print. There's going to be 50 of them made available for sale at the King Con, with all those proceeds going to Comics Curing Cancer. But there you go. Spider-Man with that purple, the Universal Cancer ribbon, the purple ribbon with webbing around and stuff. Awesome job from Austin LeMay.
So good.
So it's 11 by 17 print. It will come in a top loader. All you got to do is hashtag Comics Curing Cancer. We will get that. We'll spin that here in just a second. Let you get a chance to make sure you've got that hashtag entered in there. Thank you guys all for coming out. Thank you so much, Greg, for coming out on being a guest on the show. Appreciate you, sir. I do have for any of you guys out there who have thought about coming on the show. For the most part, we're booked up to Heroes Con, but I do have an opening that for what somebody has elected to cancel their appearance on. It was scheduled for April 13th. And I've been trying to fill it, but I haven't been able to fill the April 13th. So if you're available April 13th and you've ever wanted to be on the show, reach on out to me at robs.fatstacks on Instagram or robs.fatstacks@gmail. And I will talk to you about potentially being a guest for that day, April 13th. A few weeks away, so you still got time to prep and everything else. No problem there. But unfortunately, sometimes it's hard to find somebody to fill a slot. So I just have to appeal to you all. All right, let's go ahead and give it. I saw, another one just creeped up. So I'm going to go 10, 9, 8. That sounds awesome, John. 7, 6, 5, 4.
They're still looking, John. Sorry.
3, 2, 1. Here we go.
Anyone?
We just filled it.
anyone? We're waiting for anyone to say.
Robert Monroe, congratulations, sir. You have to reach out to me because I do not have your information. So please reach out to me with your ship to address, and I will then make sure that DJ gets that out to you. Congratulations on that art print. Appreciate you so much. And thank you everybody for your guys' support of Comics Curing Cancer. And John, I'll ping you there, sir. If you can make that work, then that's awesome. I'm happy to have you. I like John. John's a nice guy.
He's okay.
What's your beef with him?
Oh, I have no beef with John.
Oh, are your kids just in gang wars with each other?
Listen, his 2 girls are in a gang war with my 2 girls. And
that's fair. Okay.
So we don't like to talk about it on air much because it's a 10-year age gap, but so
it's not exactly fair.
It's not fair, but and they're embarrassed that my younger kids can beat them up. So it happens. But again, keep that on the down low. We don't want to get this gang war going.
It's getting a little awkward in here, guys. I'm just
Charlie is listening. Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you all so much. Of course, Comics Curing Cancer. Follow us on Instagram. Your chance to win one of those prints still available by following at Comics Curing Cancer and just tagging some friends. Try to get us more people following so they know what's going on as we rapidly approach the Comics Curing Cancer main event in October. Again, Greg, thank you so much. Chris, as always, a pleasure. And everybody out there who makes this show possible, appreciate you guys hanging with us. And until next time, make sure you collect what you want. Don't listen to any of us, including me. I mean, I'm just a fat man with a fat stack of comics and a fat opinion. Thanks for watching.